Hey guys, it's Bianca. It's a nice sunny spring day, so we're gonna go ahead and do some gardening. So my main tasks for today are to start up seedlings for parsley, chives and nasturtiums. I'm also going to separate some of the extra sunflower sprouts out of the big planter. I'm also going to empty out the ranunculus and one of the old grow bags, and yeah, get some more spaces ready for my big spring summer planting. So basically I'm planning to do a big kind of gardening bee on Cup weekend, because that's when they recommend for you to put in a lot of your summer veg. So that's tomatoes, capsicums, chilies, okra, like all of those. So preparing the beds, and I'm preparing some companion plants to put in with those summer fruits and vegetables. So let's go. Pushed out the water, and this is my first garden project for today, which is making a little bee hydration spot. So this is basically just a terracotta saucer with some rocks so that they have somewhere to sit on, and some water. And I've just popped it under my lemon tree because I saw some bees here today. I've got a lot of mess going on here, but I'm going to be doing some seed starting here. I've got my strips ready for my seedling snails. I'm going to do parsley and chives in one of them, and marigold and nasturtium in the other. I'm trying a different brand of seed and cutting mix today. I usually use the sea salt one, but today I'm using Osmocote. This is a hori knife that my friend gave me, and it's been so useful in the garden. I just attach it onto my apron, which my other friend got me, and yeah, it's just really handy to have. I had the remainder of my sea salt cutting mix in there. Just gonna grab a few handfuls, pop it in. Also gonna chuck some perlite in there as well. This is just like a really simple mix that I do, and it's been going pretty well so far. I'm gonna chuck some water in there as well. The rest. And that's looking good to me. These are the flowers that I'm planting out today. I've got some French dwarf marigold and this Empress of India nasturtium. So let's get those started. Nasturtiums grow really big, so I really don't think I need a lot. I just want to put some in with my chilies. I think I'm going to do 5. Those are the seeds of the nasturtium, and I'm going to pop them to the side. I actually haven't grown like marigolds to flower, so I think I'm being a bit overzealous and I've planted a lot. But what's a few more? They're really good companions for a bunch of different things that I've got growing, so I'm just going to keep growing them. This is what the marigold seeds look like. I think I'm going to do maybe like 6 or 12, and I'll pop 2 of these in each hole. I'll set them off to the side. So let's go ahead and start doing the seedling snail. There's a tutorial that I watched on YouTube, and it was really good. I just can't think of it right now, but I'll post it in the bio if I find it. So I've got some soil here. I'm going to evenly spread it out along this whole strip. Okay, and you really want to make it more compact along the bottom, because that's going to be the basis on how, or the base on how it stands up. And you want to leave a little bit of a gap on either side, so that you can use it to start wrapping. So what you can do is use your hand as a guide and just pack it like that, so that there's a bit more structure at the bottom. And the best way I've found so far is to actually wrap up the seedling snail and then add the seeds on top. So when I first tried doing this back in April, I put the seeds in and then I rolled it up, and it was kind of hard to tell where the seeds had gone. So now do this. And also a great tip that I learned from the other video is to prepare your sellotape ahead of time. So I'm going to put aside a few strips. Okay. I'm only taking my gloves off because the more dirt you get on the sellotape, the less adhesive it is, or the less sticky it is. So let's go ahead and roll this up. And if it falls, if there's soil that falls out along the bottom, just pack it back in like that. And you want it to be firm. When you roll this up. Wow, Loki, this is a very good consistency. It's not really falling apart on me so much. Pick up the end of the tail and then tuck it on there. Give it a bit of a wipe so that there's more chance of the sticky tape to stick properly. And then chuck that on. It's probably not very practical that I take my gloves on and off so much, but I just like doing that. So yes, it's already all secured together. I can just pop it up like that, kind of pack it in a bit more. I think I've got it. I've secured it down with a bit more sellotape or masking tape, however you like to call it. I'm going to use these bits that have fallen out, put it back in the tub. And that's it. That's another label for the marigold. I'm going to chuck it in like halfway through the seedling snail. These nasturtiums grow really huge, so you don't really need a lot of them. I'm just going to plant 5. That will do. That'll be enough for me. So let's make 5 little holes here. Let me move this over here. 5. Okay. 1. Whoops, it's gone rogue. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna pop the marigolds in as well. I think I've got about 6 holes here. Because I guess at the shops you'd usually buy like a punnet of 6 marigolds anyway, so that's how I do my logic on how many I want to plant out. Now that's done, I'm going to top it off with some soil, or some potting mix rather. And if there are any like sticks or chunky bits, just take them away. This is our nasturtium and marigold seedling snail. Let's put this off to the side and start our parsley and chive. This is what I'm planting for my chives and parsley. I've got these which I've picked off from the shops, and my boyfriend picked up this packet of seeds from, I think it was from some kind of networking fair. So yeah, he's always thinking about my interests. So yeah, I'm gonna plant these as well. As you can see, the seeds for these, this is the parsley, and these are the seeds of the chives. They really are quite small, so I'm going to just sprinkle them onto the soil and then thin them out as needed. Okay, so I'm just gonna sprinkle the parsley around. here. Sprinkle it in. I'll end up thinning out probably most of it. And as for the chives, I just ended up going with this one packet. There really was too much for me. I didn't need to open the other packet. Apparently chives are perennial, so they'll keep coming back every year. And I've never grown chives before, guys, so hopefully it'll be really good. I'm just gonna pat down those seeds gently and then add a layer of, oh, that might be too much. I'm just gonna spread out that layer of potting mix throughout. But they really are just small seeds, so it doesn't need that much of a thick layer. Alright, so I've done the nasturtium, the marigold, parsley and chives. I think the chives I'll put by themselves, but the others I'm going to companion plant them with the chilies and the cucumber and the tomatoes. And the other one that I need to collect is sunflower. Only I can plant sunflower with cucumber, so I'm gonna go collect some. How big of an issue this is, but there are black spots on some of my sunflower seedlings. So these, I planted these with my mum. These are going to be giant sunflowers, so I'll keep them like that. The ones on either side, they're either going to be solar flare or teddy bear. Both of the seeds that I got for them are dwarf varieties, so either will do fine. So I'm just going to collect, see how there's kind of two poking out of most of the holes. I'm just going to grab spare ones and put them aside. Yeah, I really don't know what happened to these ones that have spots on them. There we go. Trying not to... There we go, that's one. I'll pop this one back in the hole. That one's just a single one. I think this is a giant sunflower as well. That's just one on its own. There's two here. I've never done this before, so I don't know how successful this is going to be. So let's just put that back in there. Yeah, I thinned them out. These sunflower seeds must have pretty good germination rate, because I think pretty much all of them sprouted eventually. So these are the ones that I've pulled aside. I'm going to pot them up in their own little pot, and yeah. My mom's joining me out here for some gardening too. What are you working on, Mom?
I'm doing the succulents one. I don't know what's it called, but I'm gonna make like different variety of succulents and then put a bit more pebbles so it looks nice.
Wow.
It's a special one that's gonna be on its own pot.
Wow. Let me get a video of that. That looks good.
They're on their own.
Look at that. That looks so cool. This one's still, you're still gonna do, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have the after later on.
Yeah. These are the two seedling snails, one with marigold and nasturtium and the other one with chives and parsley. These are the sunflowers that I have potted up. They're either teddy bear or solar flare. I just don't exactly know which one. And I also made a couple of pots of cat grass for my boyfriend's cats. And yeah. Of course, I'm not going to stop there. I've taken out the ranunculus from the trough. It did really good this year, and I'm definitely going to plant ranunculus again next year if I can. So this is the trough. I'm going to pop these bok choy. I actually started these from seed. They're a little bit dry. They've been in the greenhouse and it's been hot, so they're a little bit droopy, but I'm gonna go ahead and put them in the trough. So So let's go ahead and carefully unplug them. Whoa, look at the roots on these. Definitely dry, but looking pretty good. I'm gonna pop some worm castings into each of the holes. I don't really have a measurement. I just chuck them in there. About a pinch or so. These are the other seedling snails. These are sunflowers, so I think these are solar flare and giants. These are more marigolds. They're actually doing really good. Eggplant. They're looking a bit sad, so I think I need to move them. This one is string beans or sitaw, and then there's cucumber in the back. I've also got some okra, but it's not really doing good. And then this one is cherry tomato and lettuce, which seems it's like doing okay. These pepper plants are getting pretty big, so I decided to pot them up. Good thing I did though, because look at the roots. That thing wants to come out. So I put some worm castings in the hole. This garden bed has just been sitting for about a month with nothing inside it, and I've been watering it and adding like scraps to it so that the soil's really good. So yeah, I think they should be ready. This is the jalapeno. It's already producing a few flowers. Chuck the label in here somewhere, and I'm gonna put the capsicum back here. And yeah, look at the roots on that. I'm gonna loosen it up a bit and then pop it in the ground. Okay, so I've basically just been dilly-dallying in the garden all afternoon, and this is the update. Strawberries actually looking really good. I think I need to put a net over them before the birds get them. Same with the blueberries. They've all got nice foliage, flowers, and some are even forming some berries as well. This purple dahlia here has, I counted about 8 like flower bud heads, I don't know what to call them, on there. This orange one's got about 2. Raspberries are doing really good. Lots of leaves growing, some berries growing underneath the leaves, but the birds are getting to them. Flower patch is looking good. I've deadheaded some of the flowers. Carrots looking good. Mint and spring onion also. This bok choy is a little bit yellow. Not sure why. Maybe because I sprayed it. These green dwarf beans are looking pretty good. We're getting some flowers blooming as well, so I think the beans are well on their way. I took out the daffodils and I popped in some cornflower, I don't know, and some yellow zinnias as well. And I've potted up the other bok choy seedlings that were in the greenhouse. These are the new flowers that I bought. I got some natives, so this one is a tea tree and this one is a gravella. Then over there I've got a lavender, which I gave a haircut and it's pretty happy. These are the peppers that I've planted up. So this one is a jalapeno, and as you can see there are some flowers already. Same with this one, there's some flower buds forming. That's a capsicum. This is just the tomato patch. So I've got a Consoluto Fiorentino here, and then this one is a yellow pear, I believe. Marigolds are getting pretty tall. I've actually deadheaded them as well. We've got some nice strong spring onion in here. I think this is a cosmos, and we've got some basil that's growing too. This is the dwarf lemon tree. It's already having some flowers open up with the bees coming, so I've made a little bee watering station. I'm going to cut these fruit off when they're a little bit bigger. This is rosemary from a friend of mine. The calamansi tree is growing a lot of foliage, not showing any flower buds yet, but that's okay. I just want it to get nice and strong. This new calamansi has a lot of flowers, which I will chop off once they fruit. This is the other seedling snails. I think I took a video before. Bay leaf is getting pretty big and it's growing, it's just exploding. This one is cayenne pepper. It's getting nice and big, forming some flower buds also. That's another rosemary that I bought. This is from the same friend. This is bird's eye chili. I've got some sunflowers that I've separated from this planter here. So I think those are going to be giant ones, so I'll pot them up later. I might run out of battery here. I just want to quickly show. And then this is the greenhouse. I've got a bunch of different ones. There's like tomatoes, okra. These are the seedling snails we made. Some different eggplants, dill, chamomile, and I think that's all. Yeah, I put a fly trap in here. I don't know if that's gonna work, and I put a cabbage moth thing here too. But yeah, I'm rushing because I'm running out of battery. But yeah, that is an updated tour of my spring garden. Okay.